All right, welcome guys. Day 358. It's because it's written there. Okay, so first time I've been to the gym since, I don't know, what was it, like December? So that's over 3 months now. Yeah, it was weird and it was really nice to actually hit the gym again and do more than just pull-ups and only pull-ups. Check out the clip, check out the vid, voicing over about something totally unrelated about working out now. Maybe a little bit about working out, but not too much. So I wanted to actually talk about parenting in a way. Essentially the first couple of months of when I first become a dad, and just, I guess, word of advice for new parents out there or to become parents, more particularly focusing on dad. It was a massive learning curve, and let's wind right back. Let's go through the getting ready for pregnancy, getting ready for, hey, let's start with whilst being pregnant. Getting to being pregnant, people, I can understand why some people now start saying it's annoying when when the in-laws or when my mum or whatever say, oh, you having kids yet, or you having kids? And sometimes people are actually trying real hard to have children, and it's not that easy, and sometimes increased stresses, cortisol levels, the environment, timing, all these other factors, and also health, which undiagnosed health conditions can come into play with conceiving. So for those guys out there who are wanting to or thinking about having children, just be aware it doesn't always happen on a first shot, okay? And it can take an extended amount of time. It can be easy, it can be fun, it can be hard, it can be exhausting. So just be aware of that. I don't want to get into too much detail because in case my wife listens and she tells me off, and that's all. But let's just say the initial portion of trying to conceive is amazing, awesome, fun, and then at some point it does feel like a production line, factory type thing. That's more so when it starts getting exhausting, and but that's the crux of it. So I'm not going to go into details, like I said. I guess you got to look at ways to make it more exciting and more fun for you, so it doesn't feel like a chore. That's all. It's weird and bizarre saying that when you're talking about having sex, because usually when you talk about having sex, it's all about fun, risque sort of, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, back to it. So, pregnancy. Wife is pregnant. Support. Yes, she's still a human. She can still do things. She's still got legs. But your hormones are going nuts. You're heavier than usual. You have less ability to oxygenate yourself because your diaphragm's not able to move as much as it normally would. Things are compressing, so generally your oxygen levels are a little bit lower. You've got higher carbon dioxide levels, and you're panting a little bit, and that's a bit of your body trying to compensate for the CO2 levels and the lower oxygen levels, etc., etc. Anyways, that's my biggest tip, is try it. It is hard and you will get frustrated. Try not to get frustrated. It's okay. You will get a bit annoyed, and she may or may not play this is too hard, I can't do anything. But you know, you're not the one carrying the kid. I'm sorry. You got to suck it up. It's really hard and it's really frustrating. But you know, you got to be a team player and just go with the crux. If she wants fucking Macca's at 2 o'clock in the morning, you know it's not healthy. You try and offer the healthier option, but you'll probably go to Macca's and grab maybe like a Happy Meal or something for her. Because if she's eating that, she's eating whatevs. There's so many rules and what not to eat when you're pregnant. Can't have salad, you can't have, you know, a medium rare steak. Everything has to be cooked well done. You can't go to all you can eat. Oh, the sky's the limit of what you can't do. And it's really hard and it's really frustrating, you know. So just give her the support and assistance as much as possible. That's my words and my recommendations at that point. D-Day, when you go into labour. Make sure, like, first up, make sure you have your bags packed, everything you need. When you pack everything, you'll probably have more than you think you need. Let me rephrase that. You'll probably pack more than you actually need. There's a lot of stuff in the bag which you probably won't require. But, you know, do what you can do. And especially if you're planning to have a couple of kids or a few kids, then pack whatever you want. And then for round 2 or 3, you'll realize what you don't need to bring along. My tip for you fellas, dads out there, bring some snacks. Don't bring smelly snacks or anything like that. Dry biscuits, some drinks and stuff like that, fruit boxes and a big bottle of water. Bring some random snacks for her as well, because she will appreciate it, even though she probably doesn't want to eat too much whilst in labour. She may want, you know, a drink, which is, you know, maybe some apple juice or something like that, just to hydrate and have some form of flavour. Whilst pregnant, all you can do is support. They're there, cuddles, hold her hand, let her scream. Don't crack too many jokes. However, I may have tried to be funny while she was in labour. I did also sleep while she was in labour. What else was I going to do? She told me to sleep because when the baby was out, she was going to sleep and I was awake all night. So it's a exhausting experience, yet one of the most rewarding experiences. What I want to say as well, so let's just say, also, I'm one of those weird guys who can look at anything and everything and it doesn't faze me. I will not pass out. I am an emergency nurse. I've worked a little bit in theatre before as well. And the only reason why I was going to pass out during those times is because I was standing on my feet for 3 hours, didn't have any breakfast, didn't have any coffee, wasn't hydrated. That's what fucks you up. So that's a tip, I guess. Hydration and food so you don't pass out. Now, after Bubs comes along, and you know, if you want to have the opportunity to, and you're asked to cut the cord, I'd say do it, man. It's fun. It's weird, bizarre, scary, a little bit gross, but kind of cool at the same time. It allows you to have that kind of bond with the child, which is really cool. So after that's happened, biggest thing is that connection with your child. Bubs will generally go to Mama Bear with a bit of skin-to-skin contact. My suggestion is if you can do a bit of skin-to-skin with Bubs after Mum has her skin-to-skin, then that's pretty cool as well. If not, that's okay. I just want to tell you guys out there that I didn't have that, like with my first child, with my daughter, I didn't have that instant connection. I thought there was something wrong with me. I knew that she was mine and I thought, okay, now what? And you know, I was happy that she was there, but I didn't have that connection. it wasn't literally until 24 or 48 hours when something clicked, my brain clicked, something clicked, and I just started crying. And then I held her really, not too tight, but I held her tightly, and I was holding on to my wife, and I just said, I don't know what's happening. Like, this is the best thing in the world. I don't know why it's taken so long for me to feel a connection, but I finally feel some form of connection. I'm absolutely wrong in lying. It was not 48 hours. It was actually 3 days. It took 3 days for that to happen, but when it clicked, where that connection occurred, I just need to tell you, it is mind-blowing. It is fucking mind-blowing, guys. Anyways, peace out. Thanks for listening.